The topic for today's group discussion is talent versus hard work. And I would like to say that talent is much important than hard work in defining a person's success. Talent is oftentimes used to grasp skills very fast, very quickly. Like a talented person can learn the thing in like 2 days, whereas a hardworking person who doesn't have much talent can learn it in a week maybe. It depends on person to person, but like a talented person can do things much quicker than a hardworking person, and that says that hard talent is much important than hard work in defining a person's success.
Talent refers to the innate ability and natural inborn talent. To some individual, talent also refers to that they have inculcated that parents' gene and a family's gene. Some people can do mathematics easily. They have a good sense of science and all.
Yeah, as my friend Prathamesh said, uh, talent comes from genetic and all, from family and all. So I can say an example, like Lata Mangeshkar is the one. Like she has a great voice, as we know, because her father was a singer basically. So like she has the opportunity also in the life. That's why she succeed in the life, as she has the talent in that field. She has that such that good voice.
While I do appreciate your point, but I think hard work can be the differentiating factor. Since we have taken the example of Lata Mangeshkar, we also know that there are a lot of singers, lot of talented people who haven't made it to the big top because they did not put in much hard work, or and also they did not believe in their ability. We can also take the example of Arijit Singh. He is also talented, but he failed his first Indian Idol competition. What if at that point he gave up and did not put the hard work hard work in? He put the hard work in and now he is known as the big Arijit Singh.
As for me, I prefer talent over hard work, since the innate sense of mind and body differs from individual to individual, and it's just a matter of fact how we utilize and develop the innate skills of a person, and it's not like a rocket science to develop our skills. It takes some time, but sooner or later it will show the difference.
Yeah, I agree the point that genetics play an important role for a person who has a skill, because if it has the genetic things, he can solve maths easily, he can understand science easily. Yeah, agreed. But let's take example of mathematics. In childhood one can learn addition, subtraction, multiplication very easily. But in adulthood, it is not. Everyone has to give equal effort to understand integration, to understand calculus. So it's about hard work. If you want to solve complex calculus problems, so you need to give efforts. You need to solve those problems. You can't solve those problems based on your talent. That's what I feel.
And continuing on that, it is about the self-development of a person. So here we are developing ourselves by the hard work, not the innate ability. The direct ability about it is nothing matters without any hard work or understanding about it or learning anything. So I see that hard work is a very main point or important factor that affects the person's success in the pursuit.
But talented people also have a great skill of problem solving. They can easily think and create a solution out of any problem. They also think out of the box, which is also a good thing, because everything thinking in the box is not very much effective.
Yeah, so as you say, like you have to put equal efforts. Like you have to do hard work, but I don't believe that. Like because a talented person can achieve that in less time, right? Let me give an example. So in a class, two students are there. So basically one is talented and one is doing hard work. So the talented person takes just 2 hours, let's say 2 hours for completing one subject, and other one, like who is doing hard work, he's taking 8 hours. Okay, so but still, the talented person scores good mark, and the hardworking student like didn't get the good marks. That is the case, right?
I would like to add few points to this. Like you said, a talented person can understand the subject, specific subject in 2 hours, and hardworking person will require 8 hours. It's not a laborious job that you have to do it in this time. Every individual is different. Everyone requires different time, and who will acquire more marks? It totally depends on their potential. It's not that one will give 2 hours, he will get more. One is giving 8 hours, he will get less. It depends on their ability. Their
Yeah,
competition
that's-
is with themselves. That's
Yeah.
what I want to say. It doesn't mean that one will do it quickly, so he is successful. I don't feel it's right.
But
So suppose like person A, he's completing his task in 2 hours. He's solving suppose like 10 problems, and he understood the topic well. Person B, he's solving 100 problems, getting exposure to a lot of problems. He's developing much greater mind than his. Even though he knows the formula better well, how to use it, but since his exposure to various problems, he know a lot of more methods than him than he can do solve in the exam. And also for the time management thing, hard work allows us to develop character traits like dedication, time management, and discipline. Hard work allows us to overcome the barrier of allows us to overcome the limitations we can achieve with or without talent.
I would again like to add some points. Like talent gives a sense of overconfidence. Hard work gives a sense of confidence. You have many times you have seen in people these things apply to them. So overconfidence is not good for professional career, for success. That's what I feel.
I would like to respect your opinion, but I would like to state that, as you just said, that in calculus, for example, as you just said, that solving a calculus problem in 2 hours, as Abhishek said, like a person can solve a question in 2 hours, whereas a person B needs 8 hours to solve the portion, I mean, the same question. But I would like in the remaining 6 hours the person he has left, he can do some other things, like he can do a different subject, he can learn a different skill, he can develop himself in some other ways. It's not necessarily that he's wasting those 6 hours, and he's utilizing them better than the person B. And talent is often the key, and as Athar said that the person B has more exposure to questions. I would like to defend by saying that person A has the talent to like just adapt to any other question which will be a problem in the question paper, for example, and he can like do the question very easily without needing to do all those questions and waste his time, when he can just do it by studying 2 hours.
Well, adding to that, it's not always about the marks we are speaking about it, it's the long-term effects of a person's ability. See, here talent is, maybe it could be a short time for an exam, 2 hours, over. But here hard work is not about the short period of time, it will be throughout your career or throughout your life. So you'll be applying it everywhere. And hard work can be kept in the mind. Talent maybe at some point by that situation, maybe you will be able to. But in a long term, hard work, where you learn it self-development, the one I mentioned before, selfly, you will be able to know it. So it will be easier in the long term, in the future, in the career. Hardworking is the best option.
So from this discussion, we can come to a conclusion that both hard work and talent are necessary for growth. Like in the beginning, talent can give you a very great start in the beginning, so that you can achieve more than the certain people who are lagging behind you. But with consistent hard work, with consistent work, with perseverance, we can, in time, the person can reach to the person with the talent as well. A lot of examples were given in this discussion, like we gave the example for the math question, some example using artists were given. But I would like to ask if this, any one of you can give an example where the person just achieved something only through his talent, or someone who achieved something just through his hard work. I don't think any examples come to mind, just for like one person who has achieved everything, his top of his field, just by talent or just by hard work. So we can come to the conclusion that both hard work and talent are equally important. While talent gets a great start in the beginning, without perseverance, without consistent work, it is difficult to continue that great start and like get success in their career moving ahead. So the only thing we can hope is to create such an environment where both talented people and hardworking people can support each other, go hand in hand, and then develop their individual skills. Thank you.